getting right back into it, we have Operation Cerberus Demigod, our first difficult mission of the campaign. It's a sabotage transmitter, it's going to cancel a dark event. We're mostly here for experience and corpses more than anything else. Canceling this dark event is more just icing on the cake. We don't actually care about it too much. Quick correction, for some inexplicable reason in the previous video I said the incinerator upgrades in the workshop were for a different incinerator that wasn't the one this mech has. I was just losing my mind a little bit, which is evidenced in my play on last episode. I was sloppy as hell. There were like at least 4 egregious misplays. It's a miracle no one died. Enough about the past though, let's talk about what we have going into this mission. We're going in with a pretty balanced squad. We have our first Pioneer Spark of the campaign with an Assault to support him on that aggressive close range stuff. We also have Sapper, Combat Engineer, Marine, a Marksman, Field Medic, and Tech Specialist. We've got all 7 of the base classes represented, and a Pioneer Spark to fill in the 8th slot. Seems like a solid enough team for this point in the campaign. I don't have great attachment so far. I've really just slapped what I have, where it can go, bipod on the sniper rifle, reflex scopes on the shotguns, that sort of thing. Because this could be a harder mission than I've been on, I'm considering building a smoke grenade for our Corporal Combat Engineer since he does have the perk that gives him additional smoke grenades. So the smoke grenade will cost us 15 of our 84 supplies, and I'm probably not getting the supply drop I've realized. I'll get more into that later, but for now, we're broke as hell. We are making this smoke grenade though. Obviously the smoke grenade goes to our Combat Engineer, and I've given our Tech Specialist the remaining flashbang. But that's enough of that, let's get into it. Alright, so this is one of the X4 sabotage missions. I thought we were going to be shooting a relay, but instead what we're doing is planting demolition charges on it. You can see we only have a 5-turn timer, but there's going to be things like this across the map you can shoot to increase the timer. For now, though, we just have to run forward and figure out where we can actually start a fight at, because we don't want to lose our concealment for this. That is... Was that a squad of 7? I can get up to here and check. We've got... I guess I can't check. I think it's only a squad of 6. We got a sniper, a gunslinger, 2 troopers, a sectoid, and I think another person back here. It seems incredibly likely to me that we attack this pod to start the mission. I'm just trying to figure out where I want my sniper set up. I think that this is obviously the best spot, but I'm worried that they'll see something and pull. I guess if they do, though, I can just not engage. The sniper's probably not going to be involved in the first round unless I brace them somewhere relatively useless, like back here. Because there's just no cover on high ground facing anything. I think I will just start moving my sniper to get involved next turn or the turn after. They don't have to be a part of the very first engagement. For everyone else, we do want to put them somewhere they can actually participate, which is more awkward than I imagined it would be. So the funny thing is that even though sparks don't use cover, they are concealed by cover. So obviously standing behind this truck shouldn't conceal me, but it absolutely does. This seems like a great spot for our Marine to be, though, assuming that we end up engaged right here. I'm worried that grenade angles around this are going to be absolutely terrible. So I'm not convinced that's a great place for my sapper. If I move here, he could be flanked by this tile, which would be pretty bad. I think this should be safe, and I do want to get people moving up to the side ground. I'll move Seething Orca the same way.
No need to ask twice.
Steel Guardian just needs to get in as close as he possibly can, which is going to be this tile. Our Tech Specialist needs to be somewhere. This seems like a great place, actually. Full cover, no one else is there, which just leaves Ash and Fortress. And all that matters is that he's in cover somewhere. Yeah, I can get him to here. They'll never know. It's incredibly inconspicuous. How could they ever notice this? It's hilarious to me, if you haven't caught on, that sparks, despite not using cover, get concealment from cover. It is a squad of 6, like I thought. What do we have? 2 troopers, a sniper, a demolitionist. What's the last one? Oh, gunslinger. Okay, first thing, I'm going to be moving my sniper. Can't quite get them where I would want them. And these are windows, so I can't get in without making noise. I'm going to move my sniper to here. I can't imagine a way that this gets caught. They could step up to here and be visible from down here, which is what I'm worried about. They shouldn't be getting caught this turn. Something would have to patrol directly next to us for that to ever happen. Oof.
Got a group of hostiles over here.
Alright, I wasn't even using grace tiles there, but damn, that was close. Okay, so it's very important to know that these guys are going to be coming in. It looks like a smaller pod. Maybe not. This crane that keeps turning invisible might be in the way. There's this full cover box here. It could be preventing me from seeing people down here. I don't think it would. No, it definitely would. Oh, that's alarming, but we're definitely fighting this one. No one else has vision of that. Our Marine is largely not in position to do anything, it turns out, with the way they've moved. That's a pretty good first attack for the class. Seething Orca can move here and Overwatch. As a medic, there's not much better she can do. That's not true. If they scatter anywhere along here, I can probably get a grenade from this location. Let's check our grenades before we Overwatch. I can blow up this high cover, any of these half covers. I can't do much for that back line, but just being able to do this is enough, I think, to justify not Overwatching. I don't think anyone else is ever considering anything here, so we're just gonna go straight into it. Take this massive incinerate. God, that is disgusting. Whoa, what was our aims there? I wasn't actually paying attention. I saw a 100% pop up somewhere in there. I'm gonna reload the turn and check. Also, I've destroyed my own cover but haven't fallen. Interesting. So, by my best guess as to what our percent should be here, because I don't get percentages, I have no idea what my odds are. I have 72 aim base, minus 10 for 62, that's shown here. I have high grounds, that's plus 20. My best guess would be that this should be an 82% chance to hit. I really need to pay attention to this to learn how this spark works. Hit 100%, 97%. I wish I knew why. I think the results might have actually been better this time, but oh well. I've still blown out the floor underneath me, so I'll remember that I should fall like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon next turn, I guess. Seething Orca should already be here. That's a move I made last time. We got the Trooper here, the Sectoid here, the other Gunslinger here. We can take chip shots on both of these, only the Sectoid requires dealing with properly. This should step out and flank. Nope. Wait, really? This doesn't flank? How does this not flank? Do step outs just not exist in XCOM 2 and I'm remembering it horrifically wrong? In XCOM 1, whenever you're in cover, you'll step out to any adjacent tiles. But based on some of the weirdness I've seen previously, I think that doesn't happen in this. So I think even though I'm here, and my line of sight might extend from this location, I'm not actually stepping there and getting the flank. Or the indicator's wrong. I'll take this move with the Tech Specialist just to check it, because, you know, the bullpup sucks anyway. Yeah, no, it's not a flank. Crazy. Right, my Combat Engineer wants to reposition in case these guys run at us, so he'd want to move to right here. Oh, my Sniper hasn't moved yet. I need to make up that lost time. My Sniper was up here last time. We've got this pod here. And unfortunately, I'm getting a little bit more info than I had. It is a bigger pod. There's a Trooper that was blocked by this crane like I thought. Can I open this door if I'm adjacent to it? Like, is there an open button for this? Nah, there's not, unfortunately. So I've got the chip on this Gunslinger. I'll take it. Goodbye. Gotta love shotgun stocks. Here, I will just take some shots, because, you know, he's a Tech Specialist, he's got a bullpup, he's not killing anyone. Better to help with the objective. Do I have another shotgun somewhere? I do, good. That means I can move here and finish off this Trooper. Not the objective, please, the guy you're guaranteed to kill. That was disgusting. I was not expecting that. I was expecting at least a couple of misses in there. I've got no idea why his odds were quite as high as they were, to be honest.
Solid copy.
This should be close to 100% to kill. 100% to kill, in fact. Unfortunately, it means my assault is as far from the next fight as possible. I'm going to move here into Overwatch on my Marine. Seething Orca need to start moving. May as well move towards the loot. That actually pulls Fog of War and could pull an enemy. I'm just going to move up here closer, but not very much. Looks like the hunter's here after all. But based on the way that first pod went, I think we'll be okay.
Be careful.
Especially with the Pioneer Spark to just distract him and take shots in the late game when we're actually fighting him. Low profile, kinetic plating, shell shock. Yeah, I remember all this. Throw grenades at him and don't miss. Coincidentally, grenades can't miss, so it all works out.
Chosen is here. We'll have to deal with it before it throws off.
Alright, this pod is moving towards the objective, actually. This is something I really like about Yellow Alert. It makes AI a lot less predictable. These guys obviously heard the fight, but they're not running towards me. Why is that? It's because there's various things they can do. One thing they can do is run right at you. That's obviously the most likely result. They can also try to flank you. This pod's not doing that either. When they try to flank you, they'll take a move perpendicular to you and then towards where you used to be, try and get behind you. This is guard behavior. They heard something bad happen and now they decide they're gonna go guard the objective. When they get there, they might stay as guards or they might become something else. We'll find out probably turn after next, but I don't think we're gonna stay out of combat with them for that long. First question, can I get this loot this turn? That move lights me on fire. Tech Specialist. Tech Specialist can do it. So, let's make this blue move, grab the loot, and see if we pull, because if we do, it changes our plans. You still haven't realized that you should have fallen. You also can't move anymore. This is much worse than Wile E. Coyote. I'm going to save and reload and see if he falls. Alright, unfortunately, Ashen Fortress is still floating here, so to fix this, we're going to have to use some console commands. Unless I can right-click and he'll move, the game is very confused about where he's at. Oh, he will! Alright, I'll take the action deficit instead of the 2 damage, that's better. I was gonna use the console command TTC to move him to where he should have been, but this is fine. I think I move here. Yeah, I'm gonna move here, and then I'll move my Marine up to this location, taking cover behind him for the time being. This is a good enough position for Gothic Toaster, and will still be usable even after Ashen Fortress moves. Oh, and you may have noticed that Gothic Toaster's not using the Exalt voice pack anymore. I just found it too loud for my liking. I've set them in the Neapolitan voice pack, aka Mute. I think this is just where I want Cosmic Sphinx to be. There's almost certainly not a better spot on the map. So we're just gonna brace here, and that's it. We're going to Overwatch with our pistol, I guess. Not that it does anything. Everyone else needs to just sprint up into position to help next turn, because they're probably going to move towards us. Either the pod that's at the guard position right now, or one that's in fog of war. We were pretty loud just now. That pulls, unfortunately. I want to route like this. That way I can't actually get any extra vision. I want to make sure this move doesn't pull. Also, what you just saw is the blue move glitch. I'll demonstrate it better on someone else. Okay, so on Seething Orca, this is the edge of my blue move, right? But I can move back and dash around as much as I want inside of my blue move radius. And as long as you never actually leave your blue move, then at the end of it, you'll still have your yellow move, even though you used a lot of extra movement. It's very rarely useful, but when it is tremendously useful. I'll be stealing this high cover on Seething Orca. Sorry about that Silent Cyclone. Moving here pulls a lot of Fog of War that I'm not comfortable pulling. So I'm going to move back to here with my Marine and Ashen Fortress. That just leaves my Assault and White Wolf. White Wolf is obviously overwatching. He's not moving any further forward. This pulls like a single tile. But that might be the single tile that gets me. Is there any opening down here? There is. I'm sprinting my Assault to here with the intent that he might just be running through it to the other side.
Beat.
And that's it for my turn. Let's see what the AI is doing. I probably should have taken a chance to shoot some stuff. Also, I think my Assault just pulled that pod.
Enemy squad located.
Hostiles got me flanked!
Wait, who's got who flanked? Oh, probably White Wolf.
Enemy is still up.
I was not expecting a second pod to be in that corner of the map. That makes things pretty awkward for me. I'm glad they're moving closer to the objective and actually guarding it right now, because it turns out I need the space. Oh, he's just moved directly to where the other pod was, though. And we weren't even in a good position to fight them.
Where to go?
I'm really regretting moving my Assault there instead of just shooting a box with him like I clearly should have.
Don't make this.
I probably would have pulled this anyway, because I moved hitting cube here before I realized this was open. If I had intentionally avoided this, I could have gotten better timers and engaged this turn. It probably works out pretty similarly to good play, even though it's not. Now, these people are actually in range of me. It's not because I'm braced and have extra vision. They are in normal vision range of me, so if I reveal my sniper, I'm going to pull them. My sapper over here is the one with the tracking mark on him, which is completely fine. I'm really afraid of moving in a way that pulls this pod. That's another 4 enemies, which would be 11 active, including the hunter. The hunter's not active yet. He's probably going to be active at the end of the turn, though. So for Cosmic Sphinx, there's a ladder here at ground level and here. The Advent can easily move to her position and reveal her currently. I guess I should work backwards. The people furthest need to move first. This could be a turn to overdrive unless I'm in range to kinetic strike something. Do I just have to accept that I'm pulling this other pod? Hilariously, I can move here. I could overdrive to here and see if I have good incinerates on anything. And if I don't, I can just kinetic punch. There's no way to kinetic punch without pulling that pod, and I'm going to try very hard not to. Wait, I thought the hunter was up. Did the hunter not grapple here in tracking mark? I swear to God that's what happened. How are you here? The tracking mark is still in play, right? Yeah, it was on hidden cube. And the angle of the tracking mark would make more sense if he was here and not here. I think this might be a graphical bug. I think the hunter isn't actually here, and he is where I think he is on this corner cover. I'm very alarmed by that, though. I've got no idea where the hunter's at, which is never good. Also, he can grapple to positions that allow him flank shots on basically everyone. What a nasty pull. I sincerely regret my positioning here. Alright, I can move to these full cover pieces and launch a grenade from behind. Well, I can't move to this full cover on hidden cube, actually. Which is awkward for me, but possibly not the biggest deal. I really need to know where this thing is at. Okay, I can make this move, get behind full cover, and get out of tracking shot because that's such a low angle. Can I get a good grenade over the top? I can. That's great news. Let's see how this goes. It shouldn't kill anyone, but it could potentially destroy all the cover those two are using. Alright, good start. They're not in cover anymore. That's a problem I can solve now. I can move Ashen Fortress up to this location. What's my incinerator range looking like? Because of the heavy cover, I can't quite get the second one. I don't think it's worth an overdrive to get one more target. Let's figure out where everyone else can move, because if they have good shots on the officer and nothing else, there's no reason to actually have Toaster take the shot instead. Which I strongly suspect is going to be the case. Oh, I can't actually see the heavy. 50% chance to kill there. I could take a grenade for the guarantee on the heavy, but that doesn't actually work for me because he has loot. So I'll take the coin flip. That's like a 34% to kill. I might just move around and go wide on this character somewhere else. Alright, that's great news. It looks like White Wolf is just in range of this further piece of heavy cover. Let's see this flamethrower. That would still destroy the loot, but now since I've got guaranteed line of sight onto the officer with the second shotgun, I can take this coin flip knowing it guarantees a kill if I hit. That's fine. Silent Cyclone, you didn't actually have to hit him. We got an 80% there. What's our assault looking like on the other one? Come on. 74. We take it. Alright, do we have a third shotgun we can move up to chip both of them down? Because that's the position we find ourselves in now. I think the answer is unfortunately no. The answer is no. So I'll take this incinerator shot and try to kill the officer. Odds are decent that it works. What's our actual hit chance? 87. Why is it so high against targets without cover?
I like that.
I'll have White Wolf get us some more turns. You know, I should have had my... Oh, right. He's guaranteed to kill it because of chip damage. He's already shot. I promise the bad plays will stop at some point. It's just not yet. Alright, my Marine can move up and take the shot. And, you know, theoretically it might work. Otherwise, we have this guy alive for absolutely no reason. Okay, thank God. Oh man, these last two missions have been so sloppy. I actually stopped recording after the last one and I'm still playing badly. We're still in a position where the sniper can't do anything because they'll pull there. It's just the sniper and Seething Orca. A Seething Orca, I'm going to be flat sprinting up to this position. I don't think they'll have eyes on anything. They should be safe here, and next turn they can contribute.
Rolling out.
You know, I could have, like, stayed a little bit further back and shot this and given myself time and done good things. It's fine. I'm sure nothing bad will come of this. I'm considering just moving my sniper back and starting to take shots at this. But then I'd be admitting I misplayed, so we'll just Overwatch instead.
What should we try this time?
I don't think you're safe there, Medrone. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's the saddest suicide run I've seen. Alright, so here comes the face-off. These are some tragically low percent shots.
Incoming fire! Whoa.
Full cover does work, doesn't it? This Advent Trooper's taking another shot. We got another hit on Ashen Fortress, but he'll be fine. That's his job. The Sectoid summoning a zombie, even though it's not actually part of the fight. Always love that. Alright, this pod's joining the fight. My sniper's definitely going to be throwing a flashbang now, because there are just so many people piled into that one area. And the Hunter's gracefully pulled back, so maybe we don't even have to deal with it. So this flashbang over here, what are we looking at? We're a tile short of the actual Sectoid. Oh no. I don't know that there's a way to move up from here. Like, this is pretty serious no man's land. There's so many people active. We're at 10. Pretty high danger. We do have a Pioneer to take the heat off of us a bit. What's his health looking like? Yeah, he's only taken 4 so far. He's fine. I'm at an 85% on this soldier with an Overwatch. We're going to be flashbanging the Sectoid next turn is how I feel. I'm sure someone else can get a kill on this trooper, right? I hope the axe is equipped to somebody on another mission, otherwise I would feel real bad about not having the axe right now. I don't even need to run and gun, I can just take the move here. Oh, but he's on Overwatch. So yeah, this is the best chance we have for this particular soldier. Let's take it. If we can clear this Overwatch this way, it helps us a lot. Easy game. That frees up our assault to use run and gun. It also means our sniper is now in half cover, invisible to everyone. But, you know, that happens. Now, unfortunately, our assault cannot get into a spot that's safe to kill this man, but anyone can launch a grenade there and finish him off. That brings us to rockets. So this rocket is obviously insane, but it's going to drift 1.5 tiles in a direction pretty much no matter what. I think I do it here. I'm not particularly interested in forcing the kill on the gunslinger. There's just so many different things around here that are valuable. It's important that it's going at least to the Sectoid's tile, because that means it'll pretty much guaranteed take out the fence and everything along it. We're going to launch here. Spread is determining how good this is. So let's see. Drifted hard right, so the gunslinger is fine, but all of that cover is gone. It's a shame I don't have face-off. Shotguns on our sapper and our assault have chip kills now on the troopers. I'm gonna move my medic to here and take this grenade at the Advent trooper down here, the gunslinger. Grenades are really complicated, man. If someone else can take the grenade, I'll have an 88% to kill, plus the coin flip on damage. Sounds like a job for a tech specialist. And there is high cover to take it from. It's looking more and more like we're ignoring this med drone, but of course we are. Alright, he's still up. Not what I wanted to see, but acceptable. We've got 3 turns, we don't have to deal with the objective right now. I'll take this 88 to kill. The assault just needs to move to a high cover location and shoot literally anyone. There are so many options. Unfortunately, our high cover locations are not great. If I move here and shoot this trooper, what's the sectoid's movement? The sectoid can get to the exact tile that punishes this, which is unfortunate. I don't want to be in this cover because it's low cover. But if I push there, there's not really a punish for it. And it gives me guaranteed chip shots on these troopers. I don't like this, but I think it's what I've got to do. Because I just have to get out of the area that I'm currently in. I don't have breakthrough, so I can't... Do I have breakthrough? No, I don't. Yeah, no. So if I were to slash, I'd find myself unable to reposition well. I have to move out here just to get out of the tracking shot range. 65 on the sectoid without a guaranteed kill or guaranteed kill here. What a tough decision. Unfortunately, his gun is empty at this point, just like my combat engineers.
X-ray down. Ammo's low.
That leaves me my Marine, my Sapper, and my Spark. We're down to 6. We've been making progress. My Marine's in cover behind my Spark, which can be very awkward for us. I'm gonna move my Marine, just one tile left, and next turn they're probably gonna take this out to give us more space. And then I'm going to point blank the med drone. And that sorts the med drone, and gets my Marine safe so that my Spark can run. That solves that very nicely. Can't believe I didn't realize I needed to do that earlier. Now, I can just run up to the sectoid and punch him. It's only a 68% to hit. It will kill if it does, but... yeah. I've got 2 move actions. Let's take... oh, it's awkward that we stop right here. I'm going to move here to get an idea of what my incinerator range will be right here. If I can target both of these with the incinerator, I absolutely will be doing that. So, what's this incinerator look like? I will absolutely be hitting both of them if I move to this location. So we're going to move up to here, get this loot. Yeah, the hunter's active. This was sort of unavoidable. He'll probably be shooting at our Pioneer Spark, so it's probably fine. The big thing is we have these shots on the sectoid and the trooper. It's the best thing we're doing this turn. 77 and 87. Why is it so accurate? I'm deeply confused. I've encountered 3 pods, but this is a difficult mission. There could be a 4th one. So I don't feel safe to run out to like this high cover with my Sapper. What I want my Sapper to do is launch a grenade here and kill this man. What's my line of sight look like if I'm doing that? First, where's the sectoid able to run? He can get on the roof, but I destroyed so much of the roof that he can't get on to cover. So I think there's no worry about the sectoid flanking. The hunter shouldn't be able to do it either because he would grapple outside of line of sight. I think that my Sapper can safely move here and launch a grenade to kill that gunslinger. I'm using a lot of grenades here before I actually deal with the Chosen, which is spooky. But the counterpoint is that if I'm not doing this, I'm leaving enemies alive outright, which is far, far spookier. Excuse me? I don't quite know. I'll be confused in editing where that grenade went, because I thought both the tile the gunslinger was on and the gunslinger were flashing. Evidently, I'm wrong about that.
Smells like fresh blood to me.
Alright, it's nice that we're seeing some misses. We sort of need that because I'm expecting wounds at this point on the Spark. The gunslinger getting that extra 3 damage in. Oh, very nice. He does not deserve to be at this full health. He definitely should be taking more damage than he has. Not even into the blue yet. What a tank. To be fair, the worst case scenario that turn was like 12 or 15 damage and he only took 5. Okay, I have a combat engineer and a sapper both near this. I think I can dash them both while blue moving next to this and dropping an offensive mine on top of it, completely ignore the reinforcements and kill all of them. And it's real hard to say no to that. I can take the slash here. Why can't I get him from... Oh, it was targeting the objective. This is 100% the kill. And I can reload my gun before I do it. So, let's get this kill. Gunslinger solved a little bit later than intended, but it's still solved. Now, where can I dash to on these characters? The back of the building would be fine, honestly. And where can White Wolf get to? Corner cover or nothing, or a position on the Spark. The Spark is out of ammo. I can blue move here, reload, and shoot the sectoid. That sounds like the plan. I want to make sure I'm doing it somewhere that there's no angle from above on the Hunter's grapple. Because it seems like this would be safe, but the roof is missing, so it's not. Let's take our defensive mine plays first. I should be able to move to here and still center my defensive mine on the reinforcements. I absolutely can. Good job, hidden cube. Poor reinforcement pod. That leaves me a tile short of where I wanted to be, though. I can't pull back into heavy cover here, but I can pull back into heavy cover here. I'm worried being adjacent to an explosion, this cover might cease to exist, though. I'm going to take this corner cover. Not a fan, but with 6 health and a point of armor, hidden cube should be fine. For White Wolf, I'll be doing much the same. I'm taking the furthest move forward I can.
If you say so.
Tossing his defensive mine down into this reinforcement pod. And at this point, they're just dead, unless defensive mines don't stack, which I have no reason to believe that's the case. Now, looking at the roof, we need to be here. So I'm running White Wolf to here with the intent that I'm going to use Ashen Fortress to put cover in front of him, facing all the enemies. That's my reflex move. I still have 2 left. I can reload and shoot the sectoid. Let's see if he hits. Hit 74. Why is he so accurate? I'm deeply confused by that. The first time I was using Pioneer Sparks in mod testing, I was very upset with their accuracy, and this time he's just a godless killing machine that can't miss. I'm actually going to check the mod page after this mission and make sure I'm not missing something. I'm not sure why he's so damn accurate, though. And I'm really interested to find out. So apparently all that's left is the Hunter. This reinforcement pod is dead. So I think I just need to be certain that I don't get caught out by either pulling more Fog of War or the mission timer. I'm going to move my tech spec then. Actually, he's safe where he is. I'm just going to reload him and shoot an objective, the one furthest back since it's further away from the rest of my team. My Marine needs to be moving up to a location that has eyes on the Hunter so that she can start suppressing him. For now, is this in vision? Yeah, she can get flanked if I move her there. So Toaster will have to go somewhere else, and that is awkward for us because somewhere else doesn't really exist very much. It's just going to be a smaller move than I wanted to take, and I'll be shooting an objective as well. This one definitely seems harder for most people to hit, I think. That shot could have been wrong. Maybe I should have reloaded, because now she only has 1 bullet. She can't move and suppress like that. That was probably a mistake. I can take a shot at the Chosen. It's only 56%, so we won't be doing that. What I'm going to do... Does Shadowfell work on objectives? It does. I'm going to move... It's a yellow move. What am I even talking about? I was planning on moving here and then Shadowfelling this. But that's 3 actions. I'm losing my mind. I think I can move here, Shadowfall this, and just be safe. And I'm going to do exactly that.
We're close.
Oh god, I thought I pulled for a second. I was like, man, I'm pretty sure that there were pods that had moved towards me, and this car is blocking a lot of line of sight. And I was like, oh no, I'm wrong. I might have just killed my tech spec. But we can Shadowfall this, go back into stealth. And I know this is 3 guaranteed damage against the Chosen, but at the same time... Did you know that Shadowfall probably very explicitly says it doesn't work? Actually, it turns out that Shadowfall says that the target is killed, and the target is very dead. My medic is already in range of my sniper. What I'm seriously considering is moving my medic next to the sniper, because if one of them gets shot, the other one needs to stabilize them and then immediately move. Like, it's a bad thing to say, like, to be in this position, but now that I know Shadowfall doesn't stealth you on mission objectives, I think the correct thing to do is to stand in the open to minimize the number of turns required to equalize somebody. Because if I walk up here and stabilize her and end my turn, I'll just get shot after her, so...
Guess that'll be okay.
This isn't pretty. I don't like any part of this, but it's what I've got to do since Cosmic Sphinx isn't in stealth. And I'll take the shot back here. Alright, Chosen, knock him down.
I've got help coming, Commander.
Alright, I'm happy to see this. Any actions not spent moving and then shooting is good. Also, I just enjoy having the Chosen summon loot for me in general. Alright. Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting to happen. Oh!
Close.
Nice.
Something must
What an easy game.
so. Which one of you?
Alright, so this is the point where I'm going to address it. My luck has been astoundingly good this campaign so far. I am nervous, because I keep making mistakes. And I keep not getting punished. And eventually this whole charade where I pretend I'm good at the game will come crashing down. But it's not today, apparently. I mean, I can move here, shoot him from the flank position. I would like to move one tile further away, though, so that I don't give him full cover facing everyone else. Actually, I've got an extra move from Reflex. No, I don't. Not this turn. I'm going to move to here. He doesn't have cover facing this and incinerate him.
Request confirmed.
Pick up the loot along the way. Make all this cover awkward for anyone to use with the flamethrower. Maybe kill the guy along the way. 87 to hit again. So, real quick with Ashen Fortress. Like, is there something listed here that would tell me why he's hitting so accurately? I'm really not seeing anything here that implies his hit chance on a flanked target should be anything other than 62. I don't know why he's so accurate. Maybe there's close range bonuses? That's probably what it is. He's getting range bonuses. For the time being, that's my working assumption, is that he has range bonuses on the incinerator. I don't really know why he's so accurate, but it's terrifying. Anyway, this guy's gonna burn to death, which would destroy the loot, so I need to chip him with a shotgun. This location is safe and has eyes for the shotgun chip. So get it, White Wolf. And now all that's left is hurling every grenade we have remaining at the enemy. Oh, also, these guys didn't arrive this turn. Apparently it's next turn. I think this is the second time I've mistaken imminent for incoming. Although last time I don't think the flare dropped on imminent. I think it dropped... Oh, you know what it is? I've just forgotten my sit reps. The first added reinforcement will be delayed by 1 turn. So not the mistake I thought it was, mistake all the same. Although, honestly, it was just action efficient and moving me towards where I wanted to be anyway, so... Even if I had understood the situation correctly, I probably would have done the same thing. Alright, you two, please for the love of God, get in cover. I don't think he can grapple from where he is to here, so I should be able to move up to this heavy cover, I think. When I'm wrong about that, I'll be awfully embarrassed, but I mean, the past couple missions have already been awfully embarrassing. The Hunter can probably just, yeah, move to high cover and shoot if I take this position. This is flanked. Moving up from here is pretty awkward with all the cover I've destroyed. I'm going to start taking positions on this left side with everyone inside the building. I really don't have any other way of moving up on them. I can't go outside because that will put me in range of a grapple flank. So I'm just down to Gothic Toaster and Silent Cyclone, trying to figure out how to get these people in cover. That move did give me this corner cover for Gothic Toaster, which lets her safely advance. Silent Cyclone, on the other hand, very technically speaking, this is safe. He does not have a flank shot on this location. It is half cover, but with an unflanked shot on Ashen Fortress, he should be fine. This pod. Okay, there's 5 of them. That makes more sense. I feel better about spending 2 defensive mines on this pod now that there's 5 of them. I was gonna say, I gross overkilled this. Anyway, hello and goodbye. What a shame, Advent. What a damn shame that happened to your reinforcements. Okay, this gives him the high ground. Oh, whoa. He can go all the way to there?
They're on the move!
I didn't even think he'd have a line of sight to there. I am not a fan of that.
So go ahead, Commander. Impress me.
Now, bad news. He did take a flank shot, shoot me, and inflict bleeding. Good news. Dealt almost no damage. Targeted the guy with armor. The ones with armor are the only ones that weren't able to be flanked. I inadvertently put my assault in the correct spot. I am just shocked. There's a grapple line from like all the way back here, not just to here, but to here. What I'm guessing is that this is like the last tile of line of sight, and because I blew out the walls, he could see it. He wasn't seeing over the roof, he was just seeing through the destroyed building. Man, Hunter is so mobile. That could have went worse for me than it did. The good news, though, is not that I didn't have serious wounds. That's great news. The good news is that now he's in much closer range for all of our remaining explosives. Do I feel like I have a guaranteed kill this turn? If I could see my grenade range... Somehow no one can land a grenade on him where he currently is, which makes it very hard for me to guess if I have a guaranteed kill. I feel like if I just run out into the open over here, I should have a grenade at him.
I'm on it.
And the counterpoint is, if I'm trying to kill him this turn, I have to be committing to open positions. Yeah. Oh, he's definitely dead. That's like nearly double damage from grenades. Let's get him out of here. I didn't know exactly how much shell shock got you. It looks like it's 3 guaranteed damage on every grenade. So that's just game. He is gone. Because even though we've used a lot of explosives, we still have a good pile left. Oh, poor Hunter.
Now where's the skill in that?
I mean, there's not any. These are all guaranteed to hit and deal like 6 damage each. It's a travesty. Poor guy. He really didn't deserve it. Do I want this kill on anyone in particular? Do chosen kills even give experience to the soldier that kills them, or does it just give AP? If I were thinking about this a second ago, I would have given it to Gothic Toaster, because they're the one on this team that I'm really considering for the A-team the most. But, barring Gothic Toaster, they're all more or less the same to me. So, there goes the Hunter. Oh, 25 aliens, including a chosen. Could have been a lot worse if we didn't have such a clean answer to those reinforcements. That got messy in the middle. And a couple of serious misplays that didn't get punished nearly as hard as they should have been. An absolutely fantastic showing from our Pioneer Spark, though.
We've proven the chosen can be hurt. Now we just have to
Let's pick up this loot. May as well have Ashen Fortress carried literally all of it. Every enemy is dead. All that's left to do is to go turn on the objective. We've got a million turns to do it, so let's not walk through fire to make it happen. Unfortunately, our medic did use their grenade there, and so did White Wolf. There might have been a way to orchestrate that. Nah, it was out of explosives, basically. So we have to take a second turn of bleed damage, unfortunately. Anyway, another 2 damage on White Wolf is unfortunate, but there was no way to secure the kill with the number of explosives we had and heal on this turn, unfortunately. But we can get out now, so that's good. X4 planted.
Signal confirmed. X4 charges are active. That transmitter is history. Good
Oh.
work, Commander.
That mission went so well, and it was so clearly because of the spark. Like, they carried so stupidly hard, took 11 damage, and it just didn't matter. Do I even need to guess who the MVP is this time? Usually I'm not quite sure, but... yeah, that was Ashen Fortress. Oh, I should probably reload the save and actually check, though. I just automatically hit continue every time. It's very unfortunate. So, going to the mission debriefing, Gothic Toaster really didn't do that much. They landed every shot they took, but they were just never quite in position. It was almost always just something ridiculous happening from a sapper or a combat engineer or the spark, and then clean up with shotguns. So, they did great for what I was asking them to do, but I just didn't have that much I needed from them this mission. Cosmic Sphinx, unfortunately, didn't do anything aside from stealth around. However, the stealthing around they did was absolutely fantastic. It informed us where the pods were, allowed us to make good decisions. Theoretically, we could have made better decisions, but oh well. Most exposed on Seething Orca, only because they were trying to make sure that Cosmic Sphinx didn't die or get both of them killed. And again, another character with just 100% hit chance this mission. Almost nothing happening from Silent Cyclone. The shots they're landing were just on objectives anyway. The easiest MVP of all time on Ashen Fortress. 6 kills, 44 damage, 16 out of 16 hits. 81 tiles moved, picked up all of the loot. Most high, most assist, kill stealer. Hardly. Not bad, kid, and overqualified. What a champion. I'm curious how many promotions Ashen Spark got. I'm pretty sure they're skipping Corporal on this character. And Steel Guardian, another soldier that did, like, everything I asked of them. There just wasn't that much to ask. Ashen Fortress kind of stole the show, and what was left was stolen by defensive mines and explosives. That was just incredibly smooth. That was the easiest mission we've had. Despite how nasty it got on that one turn where there were 10 soldiers active, I don't know what was the easiest mission we've had. We got very lucky on how much damage some of those shots dealt, some of the misses or low damage rolls that happened on our unfortunately flanked soldiers. I do feel good about the ways that I got flanked though. The Hunter having that far of vision on his grapple really surprised me, and Shadowfall not working on an objective is something that I just didn't know. So these are definitely mistakes that I can learn from and not repeat. Anyway, let's go check out our promotions and the loot. So this was not promotions all around, but we did get a couple on various people. It looks like our corporals largely stayed the same, but everyone else got more promotions. I'll talk about that in a hot second. We got a basic suppressor, which is cool and all, but I'm not sure how much use this really gets outside of a Reaper. Could be great on a Reaper though. Same thing with this. Basic laser sight on a Reaper, once I have one, will be very nice. Another core, a basic scope is fantastic. We finally have one. And the experimental magazine is giving us an ammo slot, which is just great. We probably won't bullets more than ammo slots, but still good. And once again, another mission with not a single mech. I can't build any more sparks, and suddenly I desperately want them.
A glorious
Also, we've countered a dark event, which is just great news.
pass against our might command.
It looks like White Wolf will be out for 15 days as a result of that shot from the Hunter. But he did get a promotion along the way, and it will be going to Demolition. Roust is great. Electronic Surveillance is good. I honestly think I won't be taking it on any of my combat engineers, because despite what I said previously, if I'm taking flashbangs and smokes, a third item locked into utility items is a little bit much.
I'm not sure I'd trade my
But Demolition is incredible, and even though Roust is good, point-and-click cover destruction just gives you so much utility. Coming over to Seething Orca, we'll be taking Adrenaline Rush like we do on all of our medics. Silent Cyclone is going to be taking low profile. And now that we're on Silent Cyclone, you'll see that I've turned on basic planning with community promotion screen. And Silent Cyclone, as it turns out, is my candidate for the A-team for my tech specialist. The reason why is because electronic surveillance and low profile are things that I'm definitely going to be taking both of. And everything in the last column is incredible. And there are some very good abilities down here. So between all of that, I expect to use a lot of AP on my A-team tech specialist. So being gifted makes him a lot better than Dull Eyes, but also Salvo is really, really good. Being able to throw a battle scanner and then still actually take your turn is fantastic. Especially when your battle scanner is a huge hit chance increase. However, for now, I'm definitely taking low profile. I'm probably not taking electronic surveillance until I can take upgraded scanners, and then I'll be buying both of them at the same time. And we'll talk about the rest of our A-team candidates in a little bit. Coming over to Ashen Fortress, he actually only got to Aspirin. He didn't make Knight despite how much work he did. I guess it makes sense, right? Because despite the huge amount of work he did, I don't know how many of them he actually killed himself. I don't know, he's got to be right beneath Knight regardless. So with Pioneers, you have 4 very different categories of abilities. You can see that I've already made him my candidate for A-team just because he's going to be the oldest Spark and therefore the most experienced. There's no random perks for a Spark. And you can also see that I went for tanking and melee. The Immolator tree isn't necessarily bad, it has some cool abilities in it, but compared to what you're getting from these other 2 trees, I don't view it as worth it. And the Chem Thrower tree is really more of a support thing. I could theoretically see myself spending abilities on something like Med Spray to give huge AoE healing, but none of this is the reason I'm bringing a Pioneer. On the tanking tree, you have things like blast padding and kinetic plating that make you tremendously more durable, untouchable so that you kill somebody and you guarantee a miss, and that triggers kinetic plating. You have sacrifice, which just guarantees that no one near him gets shot. It's always going to him, and it'll take less damage anyway. And then for the melee tree, you can see things like breakthrough for repositioning, lightning strike for action economy, relentless for repositioning, assault servos to just massively increase how accurate and damaging his melee is. Ruthless, you just deal more damage. The way it works is just the melee tanking combination is so efficient and so good at what it does that it's very hard to argue with. And so I'll be going for blast padding. Because as we saw, his job is to tank, resisting explosives and having another point of armor makes him better at that. Killing people is secondary, but dear God was he good at killing people. And it looks like that's it for promotions. You can see we have a lot of bonds waiting in the wings, and we also have 2 rookies awaiting their squaddy rank. But as always, I'll get to them once we're actually going on a mission. And because we were just talking about the A-Team, let's talk about our other candidates. Slasher Hulk is our best Templar, and my A-Team will definitely be including him someday. I can't talk about him because he's on a mission, so I literally cannot go to his page right now. Lead Coffin will be our A-Team Sapper. And when I say that they'll be our A-Team, this is still subject to change. If we get a really good rookie with like gifted and great perks, there's a chance that I change them out. But at this point, they're starting to be far enough ahead in ranks that it's hard to switch them for someone else anyway. And you can see that there's a lot of AP going into this, just because this one column is so good. You have airburst grenades for range, salvo to launch 2 grenades in 1 turn, concussion grenades for flashbang charges, and to make everything else stun enemies. Well, not stun, but disorient. And then heat grenades for armor pierce and shred. We have minefield down here as well, which is just a fantastic ability. Lead Coffin's just our most experienced sapper, and he also has 2 of the better perks sapper can get. Coming over to Shrapnel Flurry, like White Wolf, they have a huge number of abilities, but only standard intelligence. And there are things that I'm not marking as planned simply because I only have so much AP to go around. Anti-Armor Doctrine, Rupture, Bunker Buster, those are all cool. But the big thing they have that makes me pick them over White Wolf is Salvo. The ability to throw these utility grenades and then take the rest of their turn anyway is tremendously valuable and easily puts them as my A-Team combat engineer because they're the only combat engineer that has rolled Salvo. For our marksman, Black Cat is not just the highest ranked one, she's also gifted with the best perks, those being low profile, as often rooftops have half cover, and a bandolier for an extra ammo inventory slot. Lunatic Supernova is currently on a mission, however he will be our A-Team field medic. He really just has support grenadier and the most experience, but no other field medic is particularly impressive, so he gets the A-Team slot by virtue of that. Coming over to our A-Team assault, we've got Iron Rhino. I was willing to change my mobility and aim stacker since they've only got 1 so far, but they've also got the best perks anyway, so it works out. Unbreakable and Ever Vigilant aren't a huge deal, but there's just a lot of stuff in the assault tree that's worth doubling down on and spending AP on. Stuff like Zone of Control and Breaching Maneuver are very, very secondary, but they're still very, very good. Coming over to Gothic Toaster, I really don't have any Marines with particularly impressive abilities. Lightning Reflexes seems great, but your Marines barely move in the first place. Spare Shells is very nice to get more shots, and Bandolier is great for the ammo slot, but honestly, none of this stuff really matters that much, and they're just my best one because of the aim stacking Marine. So let's talk about the strategy layer, because there's a lot going on. This supply drop that's available, we're not picking this up. We're going to let this stack with the next supply drop, which is in 10 days. What our goal is right now is hopefully we can make contact and get this engineer. The black market is sadly not getting found this month. We just don't have time to do everything we want. And if I can make contact here, that'll get me the supplies before next month rolls over. It'll give me a lot more credits when I actually do go for the supply drop. The engineer obviously has to be finished. I would like to do the black market, but considering my choice is explicitly between getting these supplies or opening the black market early, I'm going to go with making contact, because that also gives me more mission access. Now that said, making contact here will get me more missions, but I also need to unlock the tech and build a radio relay to unlock new mission types that give bigger rewards. That's a pretty high priority for me as well. It'll be what I go for after Alien Ally integration down here. In terms of what's happening here, I actually don't need this location at all. I'm just doing it for the supplies because I'm so low on money. I want to go down to build a workshop, and then left and right of it, I want to build a power relay because the workshop will cap me out on power. And I want to build, I believe it's the radio relay, whatever the one that gives you more slots for more radios is on the right, because those are things that are always going to be using the bonus engineers from the workshop. So for now, let's go find this engineer. Only 20 hours away, a lot of stuff is happening. And I think we might be able to do some covert ops, so we have a lot of things ready. I'm shocked at how many soldiers we actually have ready right now, considering how stressed for troops we've been for most of this. I don't have anyone available to hunt the Chosen. I can't afford the supplies to negate the capture risk here. I don't feel good about this Ready 14. I think something is going to happen, because I've only done 2 assaults so far this month, and they were both voluntary to stop a dark event. I think I have a lot of missions that might be stacking up right now. I'm going to wait a little while to go on these excessive covert ops, at least until I meet the Reapers, and then I can see what's going on with their covert ops.
Our soldiers took some hits during the most recent covert.
Another covert op done, 2 more rookies getting their classes, and what is this? New infiltration mission. Oh, so they were doing a chain. Yeah, we don't have as many soldiers as I thought. We just unlocked a chain, I remember this. All these soldiers that just joined our roster are actually not ready for anything. Rescue XCOM personnel is a fine mission type. Let's go check out the loadout. Our sit reps don't exist. Difficulty moderate, not bad. Most of this team apparently is ready to go on another one. I'm pretty sure Ashen Fortress has massive penalties compared to a normal squad mate for infiltration duration, and I might just be saving him for assault missions. So if we put like a normal marksman up here, it's 1 day and 2 hours. And if we put Ashen Fortress on this mission, it's 1 day and 16 hours, yeah. So looking at my roster, I have duplicates of field medics, assaults, and marksmen. I'll be sending the best ones I have in all of those fields. Toaster is allegedly ready for another mission, and there's nothing to stack aim on right now. But they're also low on will. And when we finish contacting the Reapers, we'll get new sit reps that we might want to send them on. So I'm not going to send Toaster. I'm definitely sending and promoting all 3 of these rookies at this point. I just found out we have duplicate sappers, and we definitely want a sapper on the mission. Hidden Q might say he's ready, but 36 out of 53 will says otherwise. For this last slot, I still have a Pioneer and 2 assaults. I'll just send a second assault. And it's going to be a corporal no matter what, so I'll toss in Steel Guardian. I think he's closer to a promotion. So, I think it's the easiest choice in my life that I will be promoting a Napalm Blizzard to a combat engineer. He needs to be on the mission anyway, so congratulations on your new class, but I'm sorry to say that you're now orange instead of red. This squad is currently missing a Marine and a Tech Specialist. We'll definitely make one of these into a Marine. I think I'm feeling Mirror Face as a Marine. And you might think, that means that Blazing Bull is going to end up being a Tech Specialist, because it's the only class not on the mission. However, I'm really not a big fan of Tech Specialist, and I'm not going to be making him into a Tech Specialist as a consequence. I'm going to be running Blazing Bull, I think, as a duplicate sapper. Because I actually want to have more sappers and more combat engineers than other classes. Looking up here, you can see I've got into base 3 and everything, with extras in Marine and Assault Infantry because I have stacking classes that aren't really available for those, and an extra combat engineer because they're great, especially early. Same logic for getting an extra sapper. Alright, I've kitted out the squad. I haven't given them Shadowfall, the Axe, or the Smoke Grenades. I've only given them 2 Flashbangs and the Frost. I'm not giving them weapon attachments either. I guess I am, because this man has an equipped shotgun already from last mission. But these are going to go out. They're going to be gone for 12 days, 15 hours. I can make civilian disguises now. I think they give you a 6-hour bonus on detection with 1 less health. If I spent almost all of my money, 56 supplies, building 8 of these, that would get these soldiers back 2 days earlier. Of course, everyone would have 1 less health, let's not forget about that part. 12 days, 15 hours is just such a long time. I don't think I can spend what few credits I have on that many suits, unfortunately. And I have a lot of soldiers available right now. This is what they're for. Terror mission happened 10 days ago, so the next one's not going to be within the next 12 days. They have to recover from their wounds and their tiredness, though, so more like 20 days, but this is still fine. I think it's okay to infiltrate and take forever doing it. Good luck, guys. Oh, hey, they're rescuing a lot more than just 1 guy again. You know what? On a previous mission, I thought we were going to rescue some additional people, and we didn't. This is just showing the first 4 people in the mission, because these are my soldiers. It's weird that they're put here. I don't know why they are. Anyway, get infiltrating.
Do whatever is needed.
We've lost a lot of our roster. Now we're down to 7 ready, 6 tired, and 4 wounded. But we're okay with that. Let's continue scanning for this engineer. Immediate mission. It's advent supplies, so we have to do it. The good news is that advent supplies barely require fighting in the first place. This mission's gonna last for another 12 hours. Is anyone new showing up on deck in the next 12 hours? So I could just send a tired soldier. I don't want to do that though. I'd rather hire a rookie. It looks like I'm spending a lot of my remaining credits on getting 1 more rookie. And we're just throwing everyone we have at this mission. Which is acceptable. Alright, who looks the coolest amongst the characters available? I'm gonna go with you. Welcome aboard. Our newest squad member is Hulking Cardinal. Hopefully he survives his first mission and actually gets promoted. Unfortunately, this finishes in 12 hours like my scan does, so I have to waste time flying back and forth to my current scanning site. But nothing to do about it. Let's go get some supplies. It's time for another smash and grab. I really need this. I have almost no alloys, and without more alloys, I can't build the next tier of stuff. So with this new team, Wayward Traveler is new. This rookie is obviously new, and Shrapnel Flurry is new. But the other 5 all just came back from the mission we just played. And they have will to match. They have 36, 37, 37, 30. We can expect these guys to be tired for a good long while after this mission. But we just have to go do this. Which leaves us with nobody on deck, and that is a scary place to be. But hiring more rookies is always going to help with that in the future. We have a lot of people coming back from Covert Ops very soon. Hopefully, this is worth it. But just as soon as I thought I was out of the fatigue spiral, we're right back in it, sending our very last soldiers and buying more. Let's see if we're actually ever going to get out the other side of this fatigue spiral, or if we're just operating at maximum capacity all campaign. I've been Radar Coherent, hope you've been enjoying the series, and I'll see you in the next one.